Coverland heads on, and that is the end of Maidstone United's season.
It's a sad way for it to end, Darren, but it's been an enthralling match and an enthralling season. Thorough congratulations to Worthing, who just about merited a win this afternoon, and either they or Braintree will be a representative in the National League next season when they take each other on here in 8 days' time. That was a thoroughly unfortunately riveting match. It was unfortunate because Worthing come out on top in the end. It was a very even first half. Bentley got his flick on very early on. Pearce had a one-on-one with Coverland with the save. It was Pearce who then won the penalty from Fowler's foul. Fowler immediately tried to equalise. Bentley then had a long shot that was just over and wide. Bentley himself then got the equaliser. That seems like a very, very long time ago, unfortunately, to make it 1-1 with 5 minutes left of the first half. Fowler played in corner and nearly could have spun it round for a 2-1 Maidstone advantage before the end of the first half. Cashman, even though Maidstone dominated the start of the second half, Cashman had a very good chance at the start of the second half, very similar to Bentley's effort earlier on in the first half. Rush then had a header just wide of the far post on the hour mark. There was a massive, almighty melee with about 20 minutes to go. Mo Fowler with some great footwork down on the left-hand side. Bentley had a chance, Rush had one as well. Corn eventually had the final chance. There was a foul on Felix, but Pearce ended up playing a 1-2 with him, getting himself offside. That looked like a real chance.
Yes.
And at that point you're wondering whether Worthing themselves are going to be able to capitalise on Maidstone. Little did we know at that point. Rhys Greenwich had a stonking header just wide of the near post that he headed across goal from far. Sam Corn skewed one over, and it was just all Maidstone in this last 10 minutes. Rush was fouled, possibly in the box. Owanjo Smith hit one straight at right. Rush then hit the crossbar in the 6-yard box. He got up and underneath it, hit the crossbar, and then within 30 seconds of that coming off the crossbar, Pearce played himself a 1-2 again with Felix, and he found the winning goal in Coverland's near post. Sam Corn had a shot, he was offside. We then of course had Coverland with the flick on for Cipriano's header just wide of the near post, and that is the tale of the tape, Darren, and that is how that match finished. Worthing snuck home, probably just about on points, narrowly, barely, deserve it, but deserve it they have, won it they have, and it will be them hosting Braintree in 8 days' time in the National League South Playoff Final. Tears for heroes dressed in amber, no plans for final day, stay in bed, drift away. I think Ian Brodie, Badil and Skinner once wrote something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing here.
Yeah, I think our version, well, anyway, just to say an absolutely fantastic performance, and literally between the chance for Maidstone and Pearce scoring what was eventually the winner, you literally just had time to say, I hope Maidstone don't rue that, and then I broke in and we did.
They rued it.
Well, it was a really, really great game of football. Not quite as many goals as I thought there would be, to be honest. But
I did say before, and it was going to be tight. I didn't want to say it on air, but it just, all of these playoff games, bar the Barnet Solihull one, they've just all been so tight and the fine margins. And again, I was right. Again, unfortunately, saying it was going to be similar to the Aveley match, which it was, because there was a very late winner for either side.
Early Worthing did try to blow us away, but yeah, we were equal to that.
For all the world, it looked like it was going to be Maidstone who were going to win it at the end there, Darren. And that's not arrogance. The chances are there.
Yeah,
and I think Worthing fans
go back
probably
to the
think they're very
game.
lucky to get themselves a win here. But again, Ollie Pearce, simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, he's. It'll be interesting to see if Worthing win. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, they must keep hold of Ollie Pearce. It'll be interesting to see how he does at a higher level, because go back to sort of like the 70s, 80s, and maybe even the 90s, when the conference was part-time. Players like Pearce played part-time and had decent jobs and didn't want to go full-time. Ollie Pearce is far, far, far better than a lot of full-time forwards you would see in Leagues 1 and 2 certainly, and possibly even the Championship. It'll be interesting to see how he goes at the higher level.
Yeah, so I believe you might have a few words about the season at large, Darren, for us now that we've reviewed what we can out of
we're
this game.
We're disappointed right now, but it has been an absolutely 110% momentous season with everything that's happened. You briefly touched on it earlier. Even if it was just the cup run, which it isn't, getting to the playoffs, starting to rebuild the club after last season's disaster. That job has been done excellently and done better than we could have hoped. Adding a Kent Senior Cup, the whole thing has just been absolutely superb, and the Maidstone players are having a huddle. I'm sure George is telling them how proud he is of everybody, how proud we are of George and Craig Fagan and Zach and the rest of the management team. It has been absolutely superb. It's been an absolutely fantastic time to be a Stones fan. And if they would say to me, could you repeat one season, which one would you pick? It will be the one that we've just had, no doubt. Our good wishes go with Worthing, but also I am looking forward to next season, whatever it may bring. And I'm sure we'll have a big discussion in the car on the way home about how it's going to go. There'll be some of that team that won't be here. Obviously any pre-season changes are made, but the announcer is just praising us, which is all credit to Worthing. In some ways I've got mixed emotions about the final, because I don't want Worthing to win for one reason, because I want to come here again. I'd rather do that than go to Braintree personally. But there you go. But just to say, I mean, at the start of the season, I thought a run in the cup, or a bit of a run in the cup or the trophy, maybe first round of the cup would be great, followed by, a single figure finish, and I think George Elokobi will have done really, really well. Throw in the Kent Senior Cup, and it's been absolutely beyond that. It's been stellar. Maidstone United is a name that's known not just around the country, around the world. And as Sam Corn limps off, he's got the whole summer to recover. The Maidstone players come off, and heroes every single one for the whole season. Definitely
are, Darren. So just remains for me to say a thank you to and from everyone who has commentated for us and for you this season. Piers Gray, Joe Parkhouse, Connor Kent, Eric Hogg, John Crowther, Adrian Sharp, Chris Betchervase, our FA Cup heroes, of course, Nigel Seeger and Fred Atkins, from Darren Stiles and myself, Sean Skerr. Today was not the result that we wanted, and a week on Monday the National League South Playoff final will sadly not contain the mighty, nay, massive Stones. So we'll look forward to bringing you our next live offerings in August here on Stones Live and Stones TV. But until then, Darren, as always, slightly misty-eyed.
Come on, you Stones.
Good night all.
Good night.